Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today we are going to make something with Bargain Bead Box 2021 Celtic Collection. So of course I have all my pliers that I need, my cutters, my flat nose and my round nose pliers. Set those aside. Of course I need my ruler to measure things out. I need a little bit of chain, and I'm going to use a couple of these aventurine carved leaves that were in the collection, and the quote jade, not real jade, but they're the English cut beads. I need 6 of those, and then the dare knots. I'm going to use 3 of those, and then I'm going to use the pretty toggle clasp that they came with, and I'm going to add a couple of jump rings to those, and I think that's all we need for this. So a couple things before we get started. I just wanted to show you, I thought I had this particular necklace all done. I wired a couple of the English cut beads onto the dare knot, and I was just going to put it on the chain. But as you can see, I don't have enough chain. So that's why I'm going to take these, I'm going to make links out of these to lengthen my chain a little bit. I'm also going to use these dare knot links, and hopefully we will get about a 17-inch necklace. Now, I'm kind of bummed because I had this already laid out in another piece, but in order to make this make any sense at all, because I don't think these really would look good, or the other crystals, I don't like those. These beads didn't look very good either. I only had 2 of these aventurines left, plus the fact I think they're a little big for what I want to do. So I'm going to have to rethink my other piece I have laid out. But anyway, let's get to creating. Now before I put this into this new piece, I just wanted to show you what it looked like just on, this is a 16-inch necklace. Very simple, and I really like it. So let's see if I like it a little more jazzed up better. So the first thing I did was I determined how long of a chain I had here. And it's just over, it's about 8.5 inches. And I need this to be 17 to 18 inches long. So this is where you need your math. I measured these, and by the time we get them on as links, they're going to take up about 1 inch. So we have 2 inches there. So we're up to about 10.5 inches. The clasp usually takes, let's see, it's going to take about another inch. And then each of these, by the time I get them wired, will take another inch. And so if I did my calculations correctly here, we're going to be right at about just under 18 inches, which is perfect. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is open up this jump ring, which I need to get my little tool. This is a pretty cool little tool here. And then I need to go ahead and feed all this stuff on, and then close it back up. So you have that part. By the way, I do have a tutorial on how to do this wire wrapping here. I'll leave a link so you can check that out. The next thing I need to do, I didn't get enough jump rings, so I'm going to have to go in there and get some more jump rings, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put a jump ring on each side here. And then I'm going to start wiring these beads. I think I'll do the English cut and then the leaves and then the English cut. And then I'll be able to add the chain with the toggle clasp. So essentially, that is what you're going to have. I'm going to try to attempt to show you how I'm going to make a bead link. So I am using a 20-inch silver toned wire. It's jewelry wire. And I just put the bead on. And then you take your round nose pliers. And I'm going to do a messy wrap. I like the organic look of the messy wrap. Okay, so depending on how big you want your loop is where you put it on your pliers here. The further down you get, the wider it is. So I'm going up a little bit here, and then you just start wrapping around. And with a messy wire, it doesn't necessarily have to be exact, but I'm just going to go around a couple of times. And it's not really all that messy, but it's not all that neat either. So anyway, you clip off the end there. Make sure you hold on to that piece of wire. And then you just take your flat nose pliers and you're going to tuck. I don't know if you can see, let's see, this end, how it's sticking up. You don't want this to stick up because it will scratch you. So you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to pinch it. I need to get it up closer to my eyes so I can see what I'm doing. My old eyes are not what they used to be. But anyway, let me get them closer to my eyes so I can make sure that it is pinched in there. Once you get that pinched in there, I just slide the bead down and then I kind of feel around. And I don't feel any scratchiness, so it is tucked in pretty well. So then you're going to grab your round nose pliers again, and at about the same place that you used for this loop. And if you want to, you can take a Sharpie and mark it. But I just kind of eyeball it. You're going to do the same thing. Sometimes you have to take it back out around, but you're just going to loop it around. Now, since this is my first bead, I don't have to worry about putting anything on this. But and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Let me finish this up, and then we'll move on to the second bead, and I'll show you what I mean. But again, I need to make sure that's tucked in. All right, I'm going to show you how I loop them together or link them together. So I've done my leaf bead, half of it. So I'm getting ready to do this second part of the link. I just make it go around. And I'm going to have to kind of eyeball how much I need here, so clip that off. Feed that on. And continue the wrapping. Around a couple of times here. And then go ahead and clip that off. And then I need to tuck that in, but that's how you do a link. Now I've got to do all these other ones. So I've got half of the necklace done, and so I'm going to take a jump ring and open it back up again. And then feed this all together, close it back. There's my little trusty tool here. Whoops. Okay. And let me make sure this is going to be as long as I thought it was. So we have about 3 inches. So that means we're going to have 3 inches over here, so that's 6 inches. I went ahead and put the clasp on to see about how much we have, and we have right at 9 inches here. So I'm going to be under my 17 and a half to 18 inches. So I'm going to probably going to have to add something. So let's go ahead and finish this up. and make sure everything is adding up right. And then we may have to go to plan B. So this is what it looks like on. I actually think I like it best as a choker style necklace. Now I know a lot of us do not like the choker. This is actually pretty comfortable on me. It is right at 16 inches. So if you can wear a 16-inch necklace, this would be perfect for you. If not, if you have some other beads, you can add maybe one more link to it. I don't want to give up any of my other English cut beads because they work well in a piece that I'm working on, which stay tuned for that. But anyway, this is what it looks like finished. One last thing I wanted to show you, a pair of earrings that I made that work really nicely with this necklace. I just took some of the other knots that came in with this shipment and added a couple of leaf beads to the bottom. And they make a great companion piece. Let me know what you think of this new project here, and would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. But mostly, y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.